boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today, it is Monday, so I decided to test a game on my Intel integrated HD 4400, and the game chosen was Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, developed by Platonic Games, that it is actually using Unity engine. So we have tested this game on my two graphic cards, my Nvidia GT 740M and my AMD HG 7850, and I've noticed that the game was actually very lightweight. So why not? Why not test it on the Intel HG 4400? And this is the settings that I came out with. So custom resolution 768 per 432. Low settings, I was able to get 60 frames per second with no issues whatsoever. So very lightweight game, we are able to get 60 frames per second, amazing stuff. So the minimum requirements for this game, it is an E3 2125, 6 gigs of RAM and the GTX 650 or an HD 5770. There is no mention for an Intel integrated graphic card in here, but as you can see in this graphic, with the 432p low settings, I was able to get an experience always above 60 frames per second, but unfortunately there are some spikes that ruins the experience. When these spikes happen, the game stops for 1 or 2 seconds, and you can die if you are in the middle of a fight or something when this happens. I believe that if you enable VSync, or if you lock the frame rate to something like, let's imagine that you are getting 40 frames per second, if you walk to the 30s, or if you're getting 70 frames per second and you walk to 60, you will be okay. Also, if you want to play at 540p, you get a good average, not above 60 frames per second, but a good balance between performance and graphics. You get an average of 55 frames per second. And if you want to get an experience above 30 frames per second, you can play at 720p. But my opinion is this type of games flows much more naturally when you play at 60 frames per second, and Platonic Games knows that, since even that a Switch game, yes, because this game it is also available on PlayStation 4, Xbox and Switch, all the console versions runs at 60 frames per second easily. And so I don't really want to play this game at 30s or something lower than that. That's why I decided to come out with this custom resolution. And in case you want to know how to use this custom resolution, there is a link on the description. That video will teach you how to create custom resolutions on the Intel GPU or a system with an Intel GPU, which will help you out to use SUHD resolutions in 60:9 aspect ratio. Very useful for budget gamers and people that can't run games below 720p. But now let's get back to the game. Yooka-Laylee the Impossible Lair, it is a way too different game comparing to the first title. The first title, it was pretty much a third-person adventure game, and they decided to change it completely to this 2.D style. I compare it a lot with Crash Bandicoot. It's not really relatable, but I have been playing Crash Bandicoot a lot lately, and I can't stop to stress out that this is sort of a same type of game but with different perspective. So it's a very fun game. Most of the reviewers on Steam are very happy with the game, with a score of 92 to 93%. Even Metacritic gave the game 82% of score, which is considerably good, since this is an indie game and it's just a 2.D game. So not all the critics evaluate these games with these scores, and yet this game was able to get that score. The only complaints I have seen in Steam, it was people complaining about its difficulty, but I think that it's just a matter of opinion, since I've been playing Crash Bandicoot 2 lately, like I told you, and I'm not even at the middle of the game, and I have died so many times trying to finish some levels. The game is really hard for me, but I'm pretty sure there are people that will say that it is too easy, because there are people saying that Dark Souls it is too hard. There are people saying that Dark Souls it is just like any other mainstream game, and there are people saying that Dark Souls it is easy and they want even harder difficulty available for the game. So I think it's just a matter of opinion, because I believe that people that when they watch this type of game, this type of cartoonish games, they think that these games are just immediately for kids, and they think that these games are super easy. and most of the time it's not really the case. Yooka-Laylee might be one of those games in prior levels, and as well as Crash Bandicoot, it is not really easy on the middle levels of the game. So I can't even imagine the last levels. I'm pretty sure I'm going to throw up the gamepad to the window or something like that. I don't really know. So yeah, it's a very easy game to run, and that's really impressive. So if you have an Intel HD 4400, you can get this game on Steam for $29.99. I know it's a little bit expensive, but still it is a very good price. And if you want to wait, I'm pretty sure you can find this game on a sale with a very much cheaper price. I'm pretty sure you will find it on Humble Monthly or anything like it, in a pack of indies or something with a very cheap price. But in case you don't want to wait for playing this game and you really want to enjoy it, the cost is $29.99 at the time of this video. Alright, so guys, hope you can enjoy the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.